Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife and welcome to Denali. We woke up a little bit ago, kind of just hung out and lazed around in our room at the McKinley Chalet Resort, and now we are up, out and about, and we were leaving to go to breakfast, and we were like, you know what, let's go try to find the river.
So we can hear it, we've heard it all night. I want to try to actually see it.
So we're kind of out walking around, going to the river, then we're going to breakfast, but there is evidence of Alaska's wildlife all around us. Let me show you. So where we're filming, right there, moose droppings. Right there, moose droppings. Right there, moose droppings. But fortunately we don't see any moose where we are.
Well, there's more there.
Oh, there's more right there. Okay, apparently lots of moose around here. So you can see the mountains around us. Our resort, our room is actually like right in there. So we just kind of walked down, walked through this little trail, and we can see the river up over there. So I think that is where we're gonna go. Let's go see if we can get there. So our plan after exploring the river is to go get breakfast, and then we're actually gonna head into Denali National Park. We are gonna visit the visitor center today. We are going to drive in on the road to the park a little ways and just do some exploring here in Denali. It is a pretty nice day. There's some blue sky above us, but clouds and rain are supposed to roll in later today. So we're trying to get all of our like outdoor stuff done earlier today while it's sunny and nice, rather than later today once the rain's here. So this area that we're walking is obviously super muddy and wet, and the river's over there, but you can actually see there's like this, almost like this other little area that is covered in water.
But still running water.
But still running water. And so probably during the spring when we have like the big snow melt off, I bet this is all part of that river up there. Have you found any special rocks you want to bring home? Any heart-shaped rocks you want to mail to my mom? Anything like that? No. Also, I do have my Crocs on, in case you were wondering, because I know you were wondering. All right, so this is where we're hoping to have breakfast, the Black Bear Coffee House. Let's see how long the wait is. So they have stickers. They have Steamed Coffee, which is one of my favorite coffee places in Anchorage. Here's what their menu looks like. You can see the biscuits and gravy, breakfast burrito, Denali platter, breakfast sandwich, sourdough flapjacks. I did hear them just say they're out of those though. And then avocado toast, BLTs. All right, Sherri Beth got a coffee cake and an Americano for breakfast. No breakfast order for you, really.
This is funny for me.
Yeah?
It's really good.
It is?
Yeah.
All right, let me try it. To drink, I got a wild berry smoothie. It says Sherri. Oh, they even put a little heart over the eye. All right, breakfast is over. Your coffee cake was the highlight.
Delicious.
Holy cow, I actually lost the ticket for my breakfast order. Yeah. But here's the thing. That's gonna happen. They took care of it right away.
They did, and they were super busy, and so it was
100% mistakes happen.
Understandable, sure.
Mistakes happen, but like they fixed it immediately.
Yep.
It was really good. We were going to like, because this is kind of here, let me show you. There's like a bit of a shopping area right here along the main road. And we were thinking about just going shopping and hitting up some of the shops after breakfast, but we decided let's go to the park first, because in the event it does start raining later, we can always
do shopping in the rain. That's easy, but like walking around a park is gonna be less easy in the rain.
So let's go into Denali National Park.
Yeah.
All right, so I know we said we were heading into Denali National Park, but you guys know we're a sucker for a good scenic overlook.
Yeah.
And there is this little parking area that has a walkway that walks out here over the river. And so we thought, well, let's stop, walk out, see the views. One of the things that John was telling us last night is that this path, this walking path, actually takes you all the way out to the park entrance, out to the park. So if you're staying at one of the resorts here and you want to walk, you actually can walk the entire way from the resorts out to the park.
I also saw just right back there that you can rent bikes. And you can bike Denali.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
But that right there is the way that most people experience Denali National Park, in those buses. Sherri Beth, what river is this right here?
You just just told me it was the Nenana River.
I was actually gonna, because it's right there. The sign's literally right behind you. It is, it's the Nenana River. You didn't know that before I said that? Okay. This is kind of crazy. So the Nenana River comes from the Nenana Glacier, which is here at the Nenana Mountain. And you can see it kind of flows out through the canyon, which is right where we are, flows up by Healy, and then continues to flow that way. But the thing that's really amazing, too, yeah, good job, Sherri, to the town of Nenana. But look at this, you guys. Sometime yesterday, most of the water rushing below your feet was glacial ice. That's amazing.
So it was here and it...
Yep, there yesterday. Melts
and flows that fast.
So crazy.
Whoa.
Sherri just pointed out that this is the river, just kind of show you guys like where it goes. So it goes up there, kind of loops back around and goes this way. And our resort is like kind of back over there. So this is the river that we saw earlier this morning. This is the one we hear when we sleep.
Yeah.
This is kind of cool. There's a little mile marker post right up here by the bridge. And you can see we are 124 miles to Fairbanks, 130th North Pole, Homer's 464 in Anchorage, 238 miles to home. So here we are pulling into Denali National Park, just turned on the park road, and as soon as you turn on the road, there is the Denali National Park and Preserve sign. Obviously lots of people here getting their photo with the sign. All right, so we just parked. We are walking over here to the Denali Visitor Center. Excited to check this out. And I'm pretty sure that the Visitor Center is, if not completely, almost completely open and back to normal operations, considering that the last couple of years has been obviously very limited. All right, so the main visitor center is right over here where we're gonna go, but we're also gonna show, over here they have the grill, right down there. They have the Denali Park store, where we're definitely gonna go. And want to see a sled dog demo? Yes, I do. There's one at 1:20, what time is it now?
12:34.
What? And this is actually kind of interesting because Denali's the only national park. Sherri, tell me if you know this. Denali's the only national park with its own team of sled dogs.
I did not know that.
It's the only national park with its own kennel because the 6 million acres of the park, obviously a lot of them are not accessible in the winter. And so they actually can access them with the dog team that is a part of the park here. So we'll see. Maybe we'll head over to the sled dog demo here in just a little bit. But first, let's go check out the visitor center. You can see they have ranger-led hikes that lead through here. And here we go into the Denali Visitor Center. All right, so visiting the park is $15. So it would have been $30 for Sherri and I today. However, they also sell a Denali Park annual pass that was 45
years. It'll be good until the end of July next year.
So if we visit Denali even one more time, this pays for itself. If we don't, extra money to the national park, which is always a good thing. One of the first things you see when you walk in is the National Park Service passport book stamp. Super fun. We don't do that, but I kind of wish that we did. I think it'd be a fun thing to do. All right, so walking into the visitor center, super nice. We are here on the second floor. You can see there's an area down there we'll go explore in a minute, but they have lots of different animals in here. You can see the eagle flying to its nest. We've got some mountain goats. We've got a doll sheep. What, love?
There's little baby eagles in there.
Oh, there are little baby eagles in there. Let me zoom in, see if you guys can see that. Good eye, Sherri. And then, one thing that's actually pretty cool is they have this thing right here that says Anchorage can see the mountain. And we certainly can. It says on a clear day, Denali can be seen from Anchorage over 130 miles away. And we have seen it many, many times. So, now let's go look around a little bit more. This is pretty cool. They have like an entire version of Denali in the Alaska Range area right there. So now we're on the other side of this model, and this is actually, Sherri pointed out, the way that we would see it from Anchorage, because you can see there's Talkeetna right there, there's Trapper Creek where we drove through yesterday, to Anchorage here. So this is the way we normally see the mountain. All right, now we are gonna head down to the first floor. You can see we have a big old moose right there. We got a bear over here. And then I don't even know what is in there, like maybe more exhibits. Sherri, first thoughts?
This is way bigger than I thought.
Yeah.
When you look down, I kind of thought it was just going to be like this area.
But then it goes like all back in there. It's really nice. And they have a lot of different interactive like little display things you can pull out. There's a bunch of them. There's some here. There were some over there as well. Hashtag not vegan. Hashtag also not vegan. Okay, so this is really interesting. One of the things we have here in Alaska is called permafrost. And it makes, well, it makes a lot difficult. It makes gardening difficult. It makes building difficult. And this is a good example. So you can see up here, like topsoil, right? Like there's the ground. And then you have soil, you have moss, you have peat, you have dirt, kind of the normal things. And what you'd expect would be just like, you know, more dirt. But in Alaska, in most parts, we actually don't have that. We have permafrost, which is frozen ground. And so you have like dirt and soil up there, but then you have like all of the frozen ground down there.
And then this is unfrozen ground again.
Very, very interesting. And what would a good national park be without a bear scat display? So there you go.
Gross.
This is a great timeline of the park history. You can see 11,000 years ago, hunter-gatherers inhabited the Denali region. First attempt to climb Mount McKinley was in 1903. And kind of all the way here to 2005 when this new visitor center opened. Here is a photo of Harry Karsten's, and if you watched our last vlog, you'll remember that the place we had dinner was Karsten's, sure it was called Karsten's Roadhouse? Karsten's Tap Room? Karsten's Public House at the resort, named after him. He became the park's first superintendent because he was a man for and of this place. You can see lots of just different areas. There's a movie that you can hit start and you can sit on the old suitcases and watch. Like an old trunk. So cool. And then they have just more displays talking about like early mining history in this area. So there's so much here at Denali. There's just a lot more than just this visitor center. One of the things that they have are all of these hiking trails around here. And so I actually show you, if you have less than an hour, here are the hikes you can do. 1 to 3 hours, the hikes you can do. More than 3. And of course they have park maps, trail guides, everything, right as soon as you walk in. All right, now we're heading over to the Denali Park store because we should have done this years ago.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna get the National Park passport. So walk in, and they have mugs that are awesome. Also, this is cool because this is run by Alaska Geographic, and some of you may remember when we were on our Princess Cruise in Glacier Bay, we actually became Alaska Geographic members. So we get our discount here as well, which is super cool. What do you got? Okay, that's actually really fun. So I actually brought some postcard stamps because I knew we would find some postcards that we want to send to friends and family. So looking for postcards, and then I got stamps back at the resort and we will mail them from there. What'd you find? The National Park passport book. Man, we should have started this so many years ago. Think of how many national...
I guess we'll have to go back.
I guess we have to travel more. I think Sherri's probably missing Missy.
It's a Missy cat.
Well, it is similar to Missy. It has like
Lynx ears.
the lynx ears and then those little neck puffs. So funny. Sherri's putting our Denali stamp on. Very cool. And the lady at Alaska Geographic told us we can actually go on their website and order all of the stamps and stuff for the national parks we've been to before we got this.
Yeah.
So now we got those on there. We'll throw this away and then let's go put our cancellation stamp, which is right over there, in our book. Cancellation number 1. So fun. I love that. I'm so glad we did this.
Me too.
And then right outside of the visitor center, they actually have this bear. We've seen a lot of people sitting on him, taking photos. So we left the visitor center, which was up the road that way. And eventually we are going to drive up the road that way. But now we are going somewhere very exciting. Sled Dog Kennels. Sherri,
I know you're very excited.
you know that I love dogs. And I was raised with sled dogs. I love sled dogs. Let's go see sled dogs. So we don't really know where we're going.
This way, but like...
We were on a path in the woods and it just kind of ended. So we walked through like some brush and now we're down here. I don't know. There's only 6 million acres in Denali National Park.
You can find it.
See, that's what I'm thinking. So let's just like walk and explore till we find it.
Sure.
Oh wait, I think we just found it. That was easy. So here we are. Welcome to the historic park kennels. All right, so here we are at the kennel. You can see the dogs over here. You know we're gonna go check them out. And then, oh, this is fun. Look at the little dog area thing. And then they have some seats over there. I think
it starts in 9 minutes.
9 minutes until the demonstration, Sherry. This is go time, okay? We're not messing around. Look at how fun this is. They actually have, these are the Canine Rangers 2022. So they have the different dogs that are part of the kennel this year. And then over here you can walk through the kennel. Oh my gosh. Sherri, I want to take every one of these dogs home with us. Just load them up in the Jeep and let's go. This is the best national park in the entire park system.
Look at this little guy.
Because you get free dogs.
Free dogs.
Hi, buddy.
You get free dog pets. He looks terribly upset that there's people.
Yeah. He's really upset about what's happening. Bye, buddy. This dog is definitely happy that he got, he's living his best life as a local hero. Big yawn. And you guys, here are the puppies. Oh my gosh, so here, look at this. Boston, Skipper, Dynamite, Mike, like just Mike, and Rowdy. So 2022 is the 100th year of Denali National Park, which is kind of cool. And so the pups in the litter this year, they share their names with the first dogs acquired to patrol the park in 1922. Sherri just pointed out, look, there's like a puppy like in the tube. Oh my gosh, the mom is just resting. We got a puppy up there as well. So the demonstration is about to start. So I guess we should go this way.
Welcome to our dog yard. We are the only sled dog kennel owned by the National Park Service.
It's so fun because the dogs have been super quiet when we got here, but now they know it's time to run and they're so excited.
Another very specific adaptation for our sled dogs is that big, furry, fluffy tail. You can see Munchkin, our dog in the back here, that's posing with his tail out for you. When it gets very cold out there, we're talking, below 20 below, the dogs will curl up in a nice little ball, and they'll use that tail to kind of cover up their nose to prevent, to kind of warm and cool, or warm that air as it's coming into their body and prevent frost.
They actually have like a little Denali Park store, just kind of a little kiosk that's right here at the kennel. And it's neat because they have some things that are unique. They have Denali dog team hoodies. Sherri found a coffee from Dead Hopper Roastery, Denali Sled Dog Kennel Centennial Blend.
Smells really good.
All right, so they just finished the sled dog demonstration. What'd you think?
I thought it was really good.
For something that is like included in park admission?
Yep, and they went into detail about what each dog does and how they train them and raise them, and it was really informative.
It was informative, and look at lots and lots of people here. You can see a lot of them now that the presentation's over, making their way back to the buses. There's a free shuttle from the visitor center here that will bring you out for these presentations. And I think we're gonna, Sherri, can we walk through the dog lot one more time? Thank you. You can actually see they're bringing out some of the puppies. You can wait in line here to pet them. And Sherri, quick guess. What do you think? Are we gonna wait in line to pet the puppies? Heck yes, we are. Look at the mamas there too.
No, the mama member from a different kennel.
So sweet.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
All right, so we have Disco right here looking. We have Cusco. We have Royal back there. I like Gladys though. Like, Gladys is just a mood. And actually this is kind of perfect, Sherri. So they just announced that the last bus is leaving, and obviously almost everybody here took the bus. We did not take the bus. Oh, look at this guy coming over. Oh my gosh. Sherri has a new best friend. Sherri has a new best friend. Hi. Oh, look at you. You are so... He's like, oh.
So pretty.
How about you put all of the hands on me and pet? All of the hands on me right now. Hi. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We're not done yet.
Oh, this is just the best. Venture back there still wants more treats. This one's like, what? Somebody say treats? I want treats. So this is actually interesting. They have a map here, and they've had this several places around, but I haven't looked at it. So a trip the rangers do every winter starts here at the kennel and ends at Wonder Lake. The route parallels the park road, yet takes 1 to 2 weeks. But the bus covers it in 1 day. So let me show you guys. The visitor center is right there. The kennels is the star, where we are right now. So the next place that Sherri and I are going is we're actually going to drive in 15 miles to the Savage River trailhead. Now that is as far in as you can drive in your personal vehicle. All the rest of the road, you actually have to take a park bus. Now, we had actually considered taking a park bus.
We did. We looked into it.
They have a couple different bus tours. However, they actually have had, and I think it's in Polychrome Overlook, mile 46. They've had a rock slide that has closed off a bunch of the road. So the tours are not going as far as they do some years. So what we decided is this year, we're just going to drive in the 15 miles we can in our personal vehicle. And then another year, when the road is open, we want to come back and do the bus all the way to the end.
Yeah.
But it's kind of nice because now we have time to hang out with...
The puppers.
Oh my God, I love them all. Just load them up with the Jeep, Sherri. And look now, look, there's no line for puppies because everybody went and got on the bus.
Sure, do you want to go back over?
Yeah, let's go see puppies again. You guys don't judge me. I love dogs so much. Now, they did say you're not allowed to feed any of the dogs. Except for one.
You can feed Buck.
You can feed Buck. But Buck only takes coins or bucks. So, Sherri, you want to pull down the tongue? And all of the money given here stays right here for the care of park sled dogs and kennel operations. What a good thing to give money to. I love that this whole time the mom has just been here at the door as well, just making sure everybody checking on our puppies. All right, so we are leaving the kennel. Sherri, what'd you think?
That was fun. I'm glad we came.
I'm so glad we did that. I'm so glad that the times worked out perfectly for us to be here for the presentation. If you come to these and you want a seat, get here early because the seats fill up for sure. But we did learn, and I don't know if this happens all the time. There is like a 10 a.m. and a 2 p.m. presentation, and that's where they like hook up the dogs, run them around. But he said there's also a 4 p.m. but that one's different.
The puppies.
If they call it a puppy parade, they bring the puppies out in front of the people. I wish we were here for the 4 p.m.
Right.
That sounds amazing.
So cute.
We were here for about an hour, a little over an hour. So I'd say if you're coming to Denali and the time works out for you to come out here and see the kennel, what a unique place. There are lots of professional kennels you can go to around Alaska. Lots of Iditarod mushers have their own kennels with their own presentations and tours. But what a unique one this is, the only kennel in the entire National Park Service.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, now we are walking back to the Jeep. So here we are driving in on the road in Denali National Park. Again, we can go in about 15 miles to the Savage River area. And we're just gonna drive, pull over, take photos when we want to, and just kind of enjoy this. And you can see these are the buses that the tours take. So there are a few private vehicles on the road, kind of doing what we're doing. Not many. The vast majority of what we see are those buses. Now, one unique thing that they do that we've never gotten to do is for Alaska, I think it's only Alaskan residents, they do kind of an auction, a lottery. And I think that's in September, they pick a number of winners and you can drive your personal vehicle past mile 15 where we have to stop. You can actually go where the buses go. We've had friends that have done it who have said it's spectacular.
Right.
They're not doing the lottery this year because of the rock slide, the closure of the road, but it's something that I want to enter to do in the future, to be able to drive the Jeep all the way back in there.
Yeah, so they do that to limit the amount of vehicles that are going that far into the park, to protect the roads, protect the wildlife, that kind of stuff. So there's not constant traffic, so they can kind of control what's going out there just in the buses.
Yep, and that's one of the reasons that we've heard from a number of people that you see so much wildlife on a lot of the Denali Bus Tours, is that there's just not a constant string of cars going down the roads in Denali,
right,
you know, that far back. Again, like today, we can only go 15 miles in. We can't drive the entire road.
Right.
And honestly, I love that.
I love that they're protecting the park like that.
Me too. So we just pulled off the side of the road here, just stopped. They have a lot of these little gravel pull-offs, and it's just beautiful. Like the green just back to the mountains. Mountains all that way. You can see the sun hitting some of the peaks back over there. Mountains all this way. I mean, we are just absolutely surrounded. All right, back on the road. All right, so we reached the end of the road that we can drive to. Let me show you. So the road continues that way. You can see the buses getting ready to go further on that way. This is the way we came from, and I think we're gonna head back, right, Sherri?
Yep.
There are a couple places that we passed that we decided to stop on the way back. One of them is right up here because the view looks amazing. All right, look how pretty this is. We pulled over, and you can see lots of little creeks, river, the road, just kind of spread out in that valley in front of us. The thing that I wish the camera would pick up right now are all of the different shades of green. Just like the different textures. Like, isn't it amazing? It's so pretty. And I can't even describe it. So I've got to say, the Jeep is looking pretty good for all the miles we've put on until you get to the front, and we've been doing some bug damage, Sherri. All right, you guys, we got some wildlife. We've got a caribou right here. Hope you guys can see it. You can see its antlers right there. What tipped us off to it was this Denali bus right here stopped.
They're all facing this way.
And everybody on the bus is facing this way. So that's a Denali pro tip. If you see one of the park buses and it's stopped with its hazards on, look for the direction that everybody in the bus is looking, because there's wildlife there. There he is, right through there, you guys. That's fun. Caribou, check. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at what is right charging us. Hi. Oh my gosh. Hi, buddy.
Please don't. Please.
Oh, there's another one up there, Sherri.
There's a baby.
Oh my gosh.
Mama.
What is happening? How is this real? Sherri's like switching lenses on the camera.
The other one's too big. Too close.
Look at this, and there it goes. It's still right down there. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was one of the best wildlife encounters we've ever, like, Sherri has photos that she took.
They're amazing.
That was so crazy. Oh my gosh. I love Alaska. Alaska's the best. All right, so this is one of the roadside pull-offs we wanted to stop at on the way out. They have this little placard right here that shows kind of what you're looking at. You can see Double Mountain, which is the mountain kind of right here behind these trees right there. And then Sable Mountain, which would be over here to the right. And on a clear day, you would be able to see Denali kind of straight through there. However, it's not a clear day, so no Denali. So we are leaving the park, but one thing we wanted to do before we left was stop over here at the Denali sign and get a photo. I think our timing on this was perfect because the clouds, for sure, changing. The wind is picking up.
Yep.
So we timed this. Our timing just could not have been better.
Agreed.
All right, out of the park, you can see Anchorage to the right, Fairbanks to the left. We will be going to the right back home tomorrow, but going back to our resort to the left right now. And look at this, right as we pull back into the Denali area where all the resorts are and the shops are, the rain has at least started to sprinkle. So we're actually gonna stop here. This is the Kantishna Gallery. It said artwork by Alaskans, which we love. There's a little Chinese Thai restaurant down there. Saw a place up there that said popcorn and like cinnamon rolls and fudge. That sounds nice. So let's go check it out. Well, I found Sherri looking at like the big artwork, but holy cow. This is called the Great One. Oh my gosh, I would love to have something like that in our home. All right, so I bought a couple things in the Kantishna Gallery, and that's exactly the kind of store I wanted to support.
Yes.
Local guy, local store.
Yep.
Talked about how hard the last couple years have been. They weren't even open the last time we were here in 2020, and they're open now. So got some good stuff. I'll show you in a minute. So we bought two things at the Kantishna Gallery. The first one for Sherri Beth.
Earrings.
They are fireweed earrings. Very cool, Sherri Beth.
Yeah.
They will match your hair perfectly.
Yeah.
And then between the studio and the guest room, the Auburn Human Suite, there is a little ledge that we just have a couple like antique glass jars on. And we found this and we thought it would be really pretty kind of sitting between them. It's just a little woodblock moose painting.
Yeah.
Love that. So bought two things in there. Now we are going to go back to our resort and I think check out some of the shops around there.
Yeah.
All right, so we came back to our room. We hung out here for how long, Sherri? Do you think an hour ish? About an hour, just kind of rested and relaxed. Changed a little bit because we have dinner tonight at their fancy steakhouse. I have my raincoat on because it is now actively raining outside. We wrote postcards to friends and family, so we're gonna mail those tonight. And I think we're gonna walk over and check out some of the shops that are here on the property of the McKinley Chalet Resort. I just stepped outside of our room and this is fun. You can see the Alaska Railroad train up there. It's got the Holland America cars. It's pulling behind it. Princess cars behind that. It's pretty cool. Look at how cute Sherri is in her little rain jacket. It smells like rain in the best way. Oh, I love that. All right, so we are back here in what is called Denali Square. That's the area we had dinner at last night. That's Karsten's Public House. They have live music right on the other side of here. Definitely a lot less people than last night because of the rain. And they have all of these different like shops around the outside. So let's go check them out. All right, Sherri Beth, we just had one of the coolest experiences. Okay, so they have a thing here. You can see there's like lots of gift shops and stuff here around. But one thing they have is like an artist in residence program.
Right.
And how does it work?
Well, I just thought it was like a gallery and the artists just rotate out week by week and sell their paintings or whatever. That's not what it is. So it's literally an artist in residence, and so she talks about her medium and she showed us how she like does a bunch of her stuff.
Yep.
And you can she does like classes and stuff where you can like learn how to do her specific medium. And then she has like pieces on the wall, and every artist rotating has pieces on the wall of stuff they've done here.
Yep. So they're here for a week. It's like a week residency at a time.
Right.
And so through the summer they rotate through lots of them. The lady that we met was just so unbelievably nice.
Yes.
And not only beautiful work, but like kind of actually showed us. And so it's wrapped up in tissue paper. You can kind of see a little bit. It was like stencils and then almost like an old school ink press kind of process.
Yeah.
You can see there's like birch trees and then geometric kind of. It was
so cool, and she explained the whole process, and it was amazing.
I love
so
that.
Much fun.
Yeah, so way better than what we expected.
Yeah.
All right, so we just walked into another store and this is amazing. It's like the old school sourdough photos. Hilarious. You can see, like, look at these. You can see like they have like those kind of things. All right, so we kind of checked out the Denali Square area. Very cool. Again, live music, fires, people hanging out. All the stores were great. Good variety of stuff. One of the things I was wondering is if every store there was just going to sell the same stuff. they didn't. They were kind of all different. So we're gonna go back to our room and drop off the art we got from the artist in residence. And then we are going to drive up there where the steakhouse is for dinner. So we are back up in the main lodge lobby area. And one of the things that we saw over here is their mail drop. So let's go drop off our postcards. Now we are heading to the main gift shop here right off of the lobby. I've been in the gift shop for like 30 seconds and I've already lost Sherry. But I see her out here. What you doing, love?
Trying a coat.
Oh, trying on coats. So they have these general sports. You can see it's got just like a little Denali thing there, but it is, oh gosh, I dropped it. It is like purple, which Sherri loves. It's like fleece lined with a hood.
And it's reversible.
And, oh, it is reversible. Oh. And the best part about this, what did you say the price was?
$34.95.
That's kind of crazy.
It's insane.
I did find an entire wall of Christmas ornaments. That's one thing we have not gotten this trip. Now we're looking for an ornament, ideally, that would say Denali National Park or Denali and have the year 2022 on it. So let's see what we can find. I think we may have found a winner. It says Denali, it says Alaska. It does not say a year, but it is a caribou, which is what we saw earlier today.
I think we can write the year on it.
Boom, we'll write the year on it. Ornament, check. Also, we're getting more postcards. And Sherri found a sticker, I think. You found two. What are your stickers?
This one.
It's very pretty.
And this one that says Denali National Park.
And then let's show them the postcards
Oh, it's
we're
upside
getting.
down.
Nice, and then the postcards, look how cool that is.
Love that.
We're just gonna add that to our postcard collection to send to friends. All right, so I have to tell on Sherri. She bought her stickers, she bought her postcards, and then she came over here where I was. And Sherri, what did you try to do? You tried to steal. You tried to steal from this wonderful resort that is like being so nice to us. You just
on my hand with my phone, and I was like, I paid for this stuff, and then I sat down and I was like, oh no.
You paid for the stickers, you paid for the postcards, and then you tried to steal the ornament.
Try to steal them.
You, my darling, are a hardened criminal. I will say the sweet old lady that was in the gift shop was like, well, that was very honest of her. And I said, yeah, it doesn't happen very often. So. All right, so we're walking back to the steakhouse for dinner, and they have these boards that are really cool. Grizzly bear and wolf, moose and caribou, Dall sheep and mountain goat. And they have, one of the things on here is they have different tracks. So wolf track, Sherri, let's see your hand. Kind of like wolf, okay. But now let's compare it to a coastal grizzly. Yeah, not.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy. And this is really neat because on each of the maps it shows you on the different Denali tours that you take where the areas that you can see certain animals are. So it shows you the main places for like Dall sheep, the main places for mountain goats. Over here it shows you like the main areas for moose and caribou, and then the same for bear and wolf. That is actually super helpful. All right, so we just sat down, cocktail menu in the middle, excited to take a look at that. And then we have their full menu over here. Now we have definitely looked at this online. You can see appetizers, halibut morsels. I've heard the oysters are spectacular. Bacon, wrapped scallops, Kodiak weather vane scallops, and a béarnaise sauce. Oh my gosh. A salmon bisque. Salads look good. This is their steakhouse, so of course they have steaks. They also have like rockfish, salmon, aubergine, and falafel stack. That's interesting. So, good looking menu. Actually, several things on here that look amazing. Now, one thing actually about this place is that it is a wine spectator restaurant. And so apparently their wine selection is spectacular, and the reviews online are really, really good. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna get, but I'm pretty sure that both Sherri and I agree we need to start with the scallops. Definitely. All right, friends, well, we didn't vlog anything at dinner.
Right.
But it wasn't the appropriate time to pull out the camera.
No, it was a chatty dinner. Like, we just talked the whole time, and so it would have been rude to be like, hold on,
let me
and like vlog my food.
So we had dinner with our friend John and with Tracy, who is the general manager here at the resort. It was spectacular.
So good. The food is phenomenal. The conversation was great. Obviously we love John. This was our first time meeting Tracy.
Yeah.
She's perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
as the general manager. She is such a great person.
Yeah.
We just really enjoyed getting to know her.
The food was amazing. Let's walk you through, because I did take some photos.
Yeah.
So let's walk you through. We started with bacon wrapped scallops with a béarnaise sauce. Okay. Okay. Scallops are one of those things that you can mess up really easily.
Yes. Yes. Yes, but I also feel like when they're good, they're really good.
And these
were really good.
were really good. They were Kodiak weathervane scallops, so local scallops. And I don't know that I've ever had a bacon wrapped scallop with béarnaise sauce before.
I hadn't either, but that was really good. And just like the onions with the green onions with it, like elevated the flavors. Like it was so good, all of it.
Then so basically Sherri and I ordered the exact same thing.
Right.
Then we got the French onion soup, and it was amazing.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. First of all, I love French onion soup.
Yes.
And so if that's an option anywhere we go, I'm probably gonna get that. But
Without a
also, because this is a Princess Wales Holland America resort, and we were on the Princess cruise where they had that really good French onion soup, I was just like, I'm gonna try it here too. Oh my goodness.
Maybe it's Princess Holland America. Maybe it's just that group that just knows how to make French onion.
They know how to make it. It was so good.
Oh my gosh. And then we each had a steak salad. Steak, medium rare.
Skirt steak.
Perfect.
So good.
Like perfect. And it had like a honey, like Dijon.
It was a honey mustard dressing, but it was like...
It was light.
It was like a vinaigrette almost. So the honey mustard vinaigrette.
Oh.
It was really good.
Okay, and then the desserts. And then the desserts.
Oh gosh.
We had a baked Alaska, and then we had like a chocolate. I don't even know what the second dessert was.
I don't remember.
It was made with a local beer though, a chocolate Chuli stout, which is from like Denali Brewing Company in Talkeetna.
It was rich and it was creamy and it was really good. The baked Alaska was so good. I was just like, I'm just gonna have one bite of each because I was stuffed, and I had like 6 bites of the baked Alaska because I was just like, I can't stop. Like it was so good.
So Sherri, can we switch sides? My arm's getting tired.
Yep.
Vlog rotate.
Okay.
So Canyon Steakhouse was a home run. Now, here's one of the things, and maybe I said this in yesterday's vlog. I don't remember. I want to say it again, or for the first time. I spent so long working in the hotel industry that there are very few things in this world that get me less excited than a hotel restaurant. Because they are normally afterthoughts, right? It's normally like something you add on to add some additional revenue, but the hotel is what matters. The food we have had here at McKinley Chalet,
all of it has been
crazy.
So good.
So good. In the morning, we're gonna go to like their breakfast buffet. So excited to check that out. But yeah, so again, John, Tracy, thank you not just for having us here at the resort, but for dinner tonight. And like, how long were we there for?
It's after 11, so
3 hours.
3.5 hours.
Of just great conversation and lots of great talking, and we will definitely be back here to this resort in the future.
Yes.
Because we have friends here now.
Yeah.
So friends, we are gonna end this video, but Sherri Beth, highlight of today.
Oh man, the caribou.
The caribou for me too. It's gotta be the caribou.
It was so cool seeing that and knowing that it was in the wild. Like it was, you know, we've seen caribou at like the Wildlife Conservation Center, and those eventually make it back to the wild. Hopefully, like that's the goal of that. Yeah. But to see it in the wild, it was, all 3 of them.
Breathtaking.
Was so fun.
Yeah.
And just so great.
My highlight as well. It's one of those things like, oh, I'll never forget that moment.
Yeah.
Ever. Driving through Denali National Park and up pops a caribou in the middle of the road.
Feeling like it's going to charge our vehicle.
Yeah, thinking it's going to charge us. And then, oh, there's another one.
Right.
So, friends, we love you guys so much. Thanks for following along, and we'll see you on the next LeggLife video, which will be our last morning here at McKinley Chalet.
Yeah.
And then the journey back home to Anchorage. Probably you guys will get to see Missy in the next video.
Yeah.
Probably. All right. Good night. We love you guys.